My name is Ashley Haley and I am a dog trainer, and today I have here with me Poppy. Poppy is an 11-week-old English Springer Spaniel, and we've been working together for 1 week. Poppy, touch. Good girl. Touch. Good girl. Touch. Touch. Good girl. Good girl. So touch, the main purpose of touch and targeting my hand at first is really to learn the clicker. So we spent the first couple days of her understanding what the clicker meant, and that I was going to give her treats with that. Yeah. Look. Yes, good girl. Poppy, look. Yes, good girl. And with that cue, I'm just asking for eye contact. Eye contact is super important throughout training, having them give their attention to you and your face and not just your hands with the treats in them. Poppy. Good girl. Touch. Good girl. Poppy. Stand. Good girl. Sit. Good girl. Down. Yes. Yes, good girl. And with this kind of continuous treating right now, this is just to help teach her that we don't want her to pop up, and that when I ask her to down, I want her to stay there until release. Good girl, Poppy. Sit. Yes, good girl. Very, very good. Poppy, come. Good girl. Poppy, come. Good girl. And when I ask her to come, what I'm looking for is her to come right in front of me and sit down. Jumping is something she's really struggled with and that we've worked on this week. And part of that is with the coming to me, learning to come and greet me, sitting. And then also, if you were ever in a situation that could be dangerous and you needed to recall her, you'd want her to come and sit down so that you had time to grab leash her or grab the leash, whatever it is that you needed to do before she could get away. So you don't want her to just come to you and then want to turn or something. We want her to come and sit. Come. Yes, good job. She's doing really, really well. All right, come here. Sit. Good girl. Poppy, stay. Yes, good girl. Poppy. Poppy. Stay. Yes, good girl. Free. So her stay, as you can see, I can only take about a step and a half away from her right now. Free. Good girl. She just learned stay 2 days ago. So for just learning it, she's caught on really well, and she's doing so good with it. She's taking a little bit of a water break. But with stay, we would add duration and stuff as we went on, and distance as well. But right now, she's doing good for what she can do in just 1 week. Yeah, that's very nice. Okay, ready? Poppy, crate. Poppy, come on, ready? Crate. There we go. Good girl. So with crate, what I'm asking her to do is enter in on her own, lay down, and stay there until I release her from her crate. So that's why, again, just like down, we're doing that kind of rapid fire treating. Poppy, down. She hasn't quite got the staying down part in the crate yet, but at least she's staying in the crate. That's a good first step. Good girl. Poppy, come. Good girl. Ready? Do it again. Come. Crate. Yes, there we go. Good job. Good job, Poppy. Free. Good girl. All right, so just a few other notes about Poppy's training this week. The first things we started working on, like I said, were touch. that was the first cue, and that was to teach her the clicker so that we could then move on to the other cues. But some other things we started focusing on right away were her house manners, putting paws up on things like coffee tables, jumping. She really, really wanted to jump on everyone. So as you can see, she has come a long way with that. She is learning to come and sit at my feet for attention, and then she gets all the lovings, but if she jumps, she's ignored and she doesn't get any of that loving. So she caught on pretty quick to that and learned really well. Door dashing, which is running out the door every time it's open. So things like that is what we focused on really early on, as well as learning her name. Yeah, Poppy, is that you? Good girl. So I also want to reward her anytime she gives me that eye contact. She's checking in with me to see if we're still doing something, if we're still working, so that's really great. And then the other two things we worked on all week, yes, good girl, were potty training and crate training. So with crate training, as you'll see, she does enter the crate on her own, and when she does take a nap or at night when she sleeps in her crate, she does, I ask her to go in on her own so she can start learning that routine of being asked to go in on her own. Sorry, she found a bone to go chew on. So she's doing really well with the entering on her own in the crate. And then as far as sleeping in her crate and not vocalizing, yes, good girl. She's doing really, really well. At night, she doesn't vocalize at all. In her crate, she goes to sleep, and the only time she would vocalize is if she needed to potty, but most nights she sleeps all the way through. And she has not had any accidents in her crate, which is awesome. That's very good, isn't it? During the day, when she's crated, she may cry a little bit at first, maybe 5 minutes or so, but then she settles right back down. Poppy? Yes, good girl. And then potty training is the last thing we've been working on this week. And potty training, she has done so amazing. For a puppy her age, I'm really impressed how well she's done. She has maybe had 3 accidents in the house all week. So for a puppy her age, that is really, really great. She does understand the go potty cue, and that's what we use when we take her outside. We ask her to go potty, and she almost immediately starts looking around, figuring out where she wants to go. So she's doing really well with potty training, and I'm really impressed. And then one more thing that we've worked on is some loose leash walking. It's not something we've done a ton of, but it is something we started working on. Mostly like when she goes potty, she is leashed when we take her out. And so she's gotten used to her leash being put on her. She sits at the door, lets me put the leash on her, and then when she comes in, she sits down again and understands that I need to take the leash off of her. So she's done really well with that routine, as well as not pulling. She has a little bit of a tendency to still pull, but it's only been a week. So for what we've done in a week, she's done really well with the loose leash walking as well. Poppy! Poppy, come! Good girl, very good. Overall, Poppy is a very, very sweet girl, and she is going to do wonderful things, aren't you? So good, yeah.